It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got the Titans leader at quarterback. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Dolphins on Monday night.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket,
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go in Monday Night Prime Time. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
a 400-plus-yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, well, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him in. And here we go. Right away, we've got a loose ball. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the...
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They motion Ridley over right. Third down from the gun. Pass caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Folk with a point after. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They put Bourne in motion right. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. First down, he'll throw it. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Titans and their running back about to get back to work. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Titans will get set to take over. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play coming here. Has the connection to Ridley. This is ahead for about 5. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw it again. That throw finds Okonkwo. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 32. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
The kick by Gano is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man,
they got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they had that one contained right at the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. Falcon isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hits him on the out route. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and long for him here. He's got it deep downfield. At the 20. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans told a 16-point lead in the first. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans take a 3-possession lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Miami's set to take over once again on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds his man, Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw here on 1st down. It's caught left side by Hill. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Titans' 48-yard line.
From the 48. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Third down run from Achane. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 17-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Jake Bailey on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Here's a give up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 25 on second down. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And they bring him down around the 34.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The kick by Gano is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Washington now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
They're going play action. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. He'll throw it. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Miami offense headed out there now. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Bourne will go in motion left. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Throwing from the gun here. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
On target to Waddle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They've got a man in motion. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
On the move, past the 40. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. First down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Here's a chain up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins, needing 8 on 3rd down. Look into the air here. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll close the gap a small bit to 20.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Titans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 34. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Finds him over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
Running back sent in motion. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Pass taken in by Pollard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Give him 3 on that gain. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Now it's Nick Folk to try the Titans field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they push their lead to 23.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Well, that's the halfway point, and the visiting Titans taking a nice little lead to intermission. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown catch in the victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
8-chain on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Taken in by Smith. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
2nd and 13. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his target. It's Hill. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
1st down. Let's go now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Able to find Achane.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Here's a nickel look by the Titans. 3rd down. Pass play now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll close the gap a small bit to 20.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move.
Holding. Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. They'll run here following the penalty. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. They'll send their tight end right. Throwing now from the gun. He's got Smith. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 23. Caught quickly on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, ball at the 36. Handoff now from the gun. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now a give on the counter. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking for a throw here. Okonkwo brings it in. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now on first down. It is caught left side. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped by Chop Robinson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 8. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Flushed out of the pocket. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Calvin Ridley with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans grow their lead yet again. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the... It's a win on the road for the Titans. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we say so long from Miami.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the It's week 4 of the 2024 season. And coming up, it's the 49ers superstar running back.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. This 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Second and 5. It's complete to Diggs. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He'll look to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 33. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw here. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down.
Back to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Anders Carlson now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. This now a 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw here.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Niners set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jennings. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
More than there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
Fielded at the 33. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll set up to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he's down at the 17-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw again.
That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
3rd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Back to throw.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Terrace Marshall, a touchdown reception. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Jordan Elliott
busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
He'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded just inside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drop. And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2nd and 2.
He's got Ayuk on the sideline.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they...
The victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.